All right, let's cut to the chase and get straight to what matters. How to get Google Antigravity. It's really, really simple. Basically, click Get for Windows here or the button at the top right and then click Get. Here it'll ask which version you want. Linux, Windows x64, ARM64 or Mac. Well, I have the x64 version. And as you can see, it's a file that weighs nothing, about 200 megs. We open the executable, obviously accept the terms, and here we have some settings like, well, I'd leave them as is. It'll create a desktop icon and says, add open with anti-gravity to Windows Explorer context menu. We don't want this for now. Basically, this means when you have a file and you, for example, right click, okay, for example, this file here, we'd right click and it'll say open with, and there you can select anti-gravity, okay? If we open this right now, it would default to Visual Studio Code. We're not going to change this for now, since obviously we're using the tool for the first time. First, we need to know if we like it or not, okay? Let's click next and continue. Let's wait. And perfect. Finally, we can click Launch Anti-Gravity, and now a window should open up for us. There it is, where we can do the setup. Let's click next. And basically, it gives us some options where we can start fresh, meaning we'll start without importing any configurations from other applications, or if we've used other tools like VS Code, Windsurf, or Cursor, as we're seeing here, it can import the configurations we had in those programs so we don't have to adapt and can keep the same work methodology we had before. In this case, I'll hit Start Fresh since we're doing the tutorial and I want you all to see how it works from scratch. Here we have the colors, well, dark mode, and now they're asking us about agent autonomy, meaning how much freedom we want to give the AI. We have strict mode, which would be where it'll be enforcing, as it shows here, the terminal, the browser, executions, policies. Everything will require confirmation at the cost of agent speed and iteration speed. This can be changed at any time. Then we have the recommended one, which is review-driven development, which is basically maximum autonomy. Sorry, this is the recommended one where the agent asks permission for critical actions like, for example, look, executing in the terminal. Well, here obviously we'll always need to make a request. For a policy, we're going to set it to request as well. And for JavaScript execution, well, it's disabled, that's fine. Then we have agent-driven development, which is basically giving the agent complete free rein. I don't recommend that because at some point it can start installing libraries, saving files you don't need. It won't necessarily do it wrong, but often it won't give the best solution and will just bloat your project more and more. I think it's really important that you understand each process the AI does. I mean, you don't need to understand line by line what it's changing, but you should understand the logic of what it's trying to change to see if it makes sense or not. If not, if you're not going to read it and don't care and want to rely completely on AI and don't care at all about optimization and all that, which is your problem, then you can go with this. And then a customization, okay? There's not much more to decide, honestly. Let's hit recommend, we hit next. Here it lets us configure the key bindings. We'll leave it normal and then the extensions. It says have popular language extensions. Bah, let's leave it at recommended. We sign in with Google. Obviously, if we have a Gemini paid plan, we'll log in with that account. And nothing. Here we can hit next. We can hit next without needing to tell it to extract all our information, meaning to use our information to train itself. And well, as we can see, the interface it's the same as Visual Studio Code, but also the same. I'd say that right now, the only thing that's changed is the logo at the top left.